Welcome everybody to another edition of Building Digital Lego with Dan. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to try and build this cool little Hobbit house from the movie The Hobbit. It was also featured in obviously the Lord of the Rings movies, a really cool set that I was never able to get when it was out in the stores. But we're going to try and build it through the Bricklink Studio today. So like always, we go up to our file and import the set model. And we're going to go to import official Lego set, and we're going to type in the numbers. Now, I tried to do this earlier, and it does come up with a few errors, but thankfully, most of it is stickers. As I've said before, the studio does not like stickers much at all. And then a lot of the minifig stuff. So we're not too concerned about the minifigs. I actually own a few of these minifigs in my collection. I've got them through eBay and in other ways. So I've got, I think all of them actually. They must have come from this set, and I just didn't get the rest of the set. Anyway, so we're going to import this. 79003 is the code for the set number. And I'm going to include minifig parts. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to include the minifig parts. We're going to worry about that later. So I'm going to uncheck that, and then we're just going to import it as a palette. And there's 643 parts there, and it came out in 2012. So yeah, it retired quite a few years ago. I was never able to grab it. So this will be a fun opportunity to build a set that I was never able to get. So the errors here are basically just a bunch of stickers. Looks like, yeah, there's a round striped style pattern wooden door. This might be a problem, 8x8. This might be the door here. That could be an issue. Sticker sheet, obviously, and sticker. So we'll go through it and see what parts we actually need to find, and we'll see if we can get them from the master catalog and sort of make it work. Okay, so let's start off with book one, and we'll try and get through all of this. So scroll down to the first step here. So this is all the different, if you were to have the bags, it breaks it down what bag builds what parts. A lot of cool stuff here. A lot of green. So obviously they want you to build one of the minifigs first. We're going to skip that, and we're just going to go right into step one with a couple of plates. Okay, so let's grab our first big plate here. Down at the bottom, here we go. So with this big one here, and we're going to have to zoom out. Remember, the zooming is your mouse wheel, and then to rotate around the scene, you're right-clicking and dragging. And to move around left, right, up, and down, you're holding down the shift key to orient it. So you're going to get used to that as you play with this more and more. Okay, so a 2x10 in green is the next one we need. That's going to go to the side. And it's nice thing with these, with the grid at the bottom, it actually snaps to it as if you're building on a giant plate. You'll be able to snap to it and get the right studs and everything like that without having to attach anything. Okay, so the next part, step two, you're grabbing a 1x4. And that's gonna go over here. And then 2x4s, 3 of them in green, lots of those. And I'll move my camera here so we can see what we're doing. It's a little bit tight spacing because I have to show the instructions and this at the same time. Sometimes if I was building with this, I'd put it on my other screen. I have two computer screens, or I put it on my phone. I actually found a really good app the other day that has instructions. Like I think it's called Lego Instructions in the App Store, and it pulls up all the instructions. Not for every set, but for most of the sets that Lego.com has. It'll put into an app, and you can have it on your phone or your tablet. Really useful. So I checked that out. I think it's called Lego Instructions. But anyway, I download all of these. Like I got this Lego instruction from Lego.com, but there are other sites out there for older sets. If you're interested, I think one's called Brick Instructions. If you just search through it in Google for Lego instructions, I think it's the second or third site that comes up on the search, and gives you a lot of older sets that Lego.com doesn't have, because I think they stop like in the 2010s for instructions. I could be wrong though, but it looks like they don't go past that. Probably because it probably takes a lot of space to store all that stuff, right? Okay, so let's go on to step 8. We're going to put in the next big plate, a giant green plate. That's about as big as you can get, I think, when it comes to plates without going to the giant base plates. That's a huge piece. And it's attached with a 2x6. Okay, 2x6 there. Like that. All right, that looks pretty good. All right. Oh. All right, I think that's step 9. Step 10 is, and now these are dark brown. It's hard to tell. They're a very dark brown color though. So I assume they are these brown pieces here. So that looks like, just by the size of it, I'd say a 2x6. And that goes there. Maybe it's a little bit longer. It looks like it overshoots that. That's hard to tell, eh? We don't have anything longer than that. Maybe, oh, wait a minute. I think I know what it is. So it's those two. This is sort of like a little bit of a mystery we have to solve here. So it's a 1x6, which we don't have around. So it must be a 1x8 that goes here. Huh. I didn't see a 2x8 in that color unless I'm looking at the wrong thing. That's a 2x6. Yeah, it should be there. Weird. Okay, let's see if we can figure this out because it has to line up properly. So I'm assuming there's that's a 1x6. Yeah, that's 1x6. Goes there, but then that doesn't work, does it? I wonder what's going on here. Why are we, unless that's a tile? No, hang on, let's backtrack here. Let's make sure we have all the right parts. Okay, so we've got the 2x6 is there, and it overlaps it by 3 studs, right? And then we've got this. I wonder if I can zoom in on this. Maybe that's the problem. Let's see here. Let's see if I can figure out what's going on here. So we've got that overlapping, and then, oh, okay, a 1x2 goes there, then the 1x6, then another 2. That's what's wrong. Okay, so yeah, that's tricky. It's tricky when the coloring on these things is so dark that you can't tell what piece is what, but we figured it out. And now this works. Okay, so then we just rotate our pieces with the arrow keys. Left and right moves it around, and then up and down moves it upside down and flips it around. Okay, so let's zoom back out so we can see the whole thing here. Okay, and then, oh, went too far. And then we got a bunch of tiles here. So a bunch of gray tiles. Oops, don't get off of there. There, oh, nope. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we got a bunch of tiles here. I think the tiles are right here. So these are 2x2 tiles with 1x2 dark gray. So let's do the 1x2 dark gray first on either side there. And then 2x2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, it looks like it's building maybe the front door. Don't go too far. Okay, so, oh, next part, we got another giant piece, another giant plate. Let me just zoom out a bit so I can see. Okay, so we're building this, it looks like off of the main piece. So this is a second, like the second half looks like. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna move our scene over a little bit to give us some space, and then we're gonna find that big plate, which should be up here. So there it is. Okay, so the other big 8x16 piece, huge piece, and I believe it will go right beside it. So I'm just gonna set it up so that it sits. Oops, that went below it. There we go. Okay, so have it sit up right beside it like that, because I think this stretches out like that. And then we need what's that? A 10. 2x10 to go on the side. So rotate that again and line it up beside it. And you want to try and line it up so it doesn't, so it's on the same height as the other one. So it lines up nice and flush with it. Okay, and then moving right along here, we do a 1x4 to attach those two together. And like I said, there's a really cool thing on here. If you were to build this in real life, there's a stability tool that shows you how your pieces are actually snapping together, and it'll show you like its strengths and its clutch power and things like that. So that's very, very cool. Like right now it's showing this isn't connected to this right now, it's in pink. So that's always something nice to check as you're working away, just to make sure that you're doing everything right. And like I mentioned in the other videos, the parts will go transparent if they're not connected properly with anything else. If they're like intersecting anything, they will go transparent, which is a good indicator that something is wrong. Okay, so put that one. See, it wants to go underneath that piece, and I don't want it to. I want it to sit on top. If we were on a flat table, this would be easy, right? But because the program wants to connect them all together, you have to sort of trick it into getting to the right spot. So we're gonna put another one there, and then we're gonna grab that quarter round curved piece, and that's gonna go out front here like that. And yeah, so this will definitely connect up with this. So we're just doing it. You could have done this as a sub model and then connect it together, but seeing that it's going to be all one big base, I thought might as well just put it all together. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of sub modeling to do in this as we move ahead. So put that one there. It fits in there nicely like a piece. Okay, and then 2x4s. And a 2x3. So I'm going to leave that 2x3 right there. Remember to come back for it. And that one goes there. Is that right? Oh, there's only two of them, right? Okay. And then a 2x3 can go there. Okay. All right. And then we've got I think that's a tile piece. No, it's got studs on it. Wow, it's really hard to see. So a brown piece goes there. This might be tricky to get onto there because it wants to jump to another spot. Let's see, there we go, okay. It also helps to adjust your camera angle too when you're trying to place pieces, because it'll sort of conform to where your camera is too, and attach into spots that the camera's actually looking at easier than other pieces. Okay, so this is where it's going to attach to the other half. So we're just going to fill in the two parts here that it's telling us to attach it to, and then it'll be all one big piece, just like that. So again, we took the first half and then we built the second half, but in the instructions, it builds it separately. I just started to build it all together because it's eventually going to go together anyway. Just makes it a little bit easier. And then we need to add some more dark brown pieces here. It's like 2x6s. These aren't even dark brown, these are like medium brown, but those instructions are so dark. Okay, there and there. And we've got the grass there. Okay, so then we got to build the back half. Oh, and this overlaps. Interesting, so it overlaps on the top there. So we need two of these. I'm just gonna put these here for now. And then I'm gonna grab the two quarter rounds so we get them lined up right. So this one goes this way and it overlaps, and then this one sits over here and overlaps there, and then these two go here and here like that and that. Okay, so there we go. I hope you guys are following along here. If you're able to open up the program and build with me, that'd be the best thing, right? This is a fun little Sunday activity to do. Okay, so now we're on to step 15. Oh, we got to flip it around. So when the Lego instructions show to flip it around and build it from upside down, instead of taking this entire thing and flipping around like this, I just like to leave it where it is and then take the camera and tilt it around and then sort of position the camera to match the angle that we're seeing in the instructions so that I build the pieces in the right spot, but on the opposite side. So like I'm building it where it's showing to build it, but I flipped it around so that I don't have to mess with the orientation of the model, okay? And then also when you do that, the pieces that you grab from the palette are also flipped around because you haven't really flipped anything except for the camera, right? So this is just gonna be built upside down using the camera instead of using the tools. I find that's the easiest because then you can really get exactly where everything's going, because sometimes it can be confusing where parts are and how they're working. But if you're just moving the camera, it's just like you're taking it and you're looking underneath of it. That's really all you're doing. And so like that. So you're flipping it around like this, and there we go. Okay, so next thing is a 2x4. Oh, we got to flip around anyway. So what am I doing? I got to go back to where I was. Okay, and then we're gonna put a 2x4 and a 2x4 here, there and there, and then on the other side, same thing. We just match it up. So 2x4 and then 2x4, or not 2x4, 2x2, sorry, there and there. So that builds up that little part, and then it's like a little bit of a raised back to it. So that's kind of cool. So that's going to go like that, and it's going to go like that. Now, I'm going to get some green sloped pieces in here to build up the side. So we've got a 2x8 brick. We should probably start with those first, or not 2x8, a 1x8 brick. I'm off on my numbers today. 1x8 brick. Let's see. There we go. And then that's going to be flipped, rotated, and it starts at the back. It starts at the back of the green. So on the sides there, it starts at the back, and those go there and there. And let's see here. And these go there. Okay. So there we go. This is starting to look like a Hobbit house, which has to be probably one of my favorite film series, the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit movies. They're pretty awesome. We even have the Lord of the Rings Lego game that my daughters and I love to play. A lot of good fun there. This has always been one of my favorite sets, though, that I wanted to get, that I wish I did get when it came out. Now I'm sure I can pick it up used somewhere, or even order the bricks off Bricklink from this build and build it myself. The only disadvantage to that is you don't get the stickers for a lot of the parts. But I have seen on Bricklink, actually, people do sell the sticker packs for the sets, because what a lot of people do is they'll buy a set for a particular color of piece or a type of piece that they need for their own build, and then they don't want anything else that's in the set. So if they buy, like, say, like the Hobbit house, and they want like all of these green slopes, but that's all they want, they'll sometimes put the rest of the parts up for sale on Bricklink, including the stickers and the minifigs and all that stuff, right? So you can probably snag things like stickers and minifigs off of Bricklink fairly easily if you're looking to complete a set. Another really cool thing that I didn't mention last time but a lot of people sell sets on Kijiji or Craigslist or the marketplace on Facebook, and I've purchased a few sets off of there before, and they've been incomplete. They say all the pieces are there, but then they're missing like a random minifig or something, right? And the great thing about Bricklink is you could use some detective skills, figure out what piece you're missing or pieces, and then go into Bricklink and order them, and then you have the complete set to build it, right? And a lot of times you can score really cheap sets on Kijiji and the marketplace if they're missing just a couple parts, and then it would only cost you a couple bucks on Bricklink to find that part, right? A really good way to get sets that you want for not a lot of money. I've done that a few times now. We've bought a few sets for Lego Friends, and they've been missing the odd part here and there. I even have the Star Wars pod ships, and they were missing a couple parts. I haven't ordered those parts yet because they were actually missing quite a few specialty parts that I'd have to source off Bricklink. But that's a very easy way to do it, and it makes it easier to get older sets too, if you're into collecting some of the older stuff that people may not want anymore. You can pick them up for fairly cheap, used. And of course, used bricks are just as good. with new bricks. I mean, there's nothing wrong with used Lego. I've got Lego that's almost as old as I am, and it still works fine and operates the way it's supposed to. What is that piece? That's interesting. I can't see the coloring of it. What is that? Can't really tell what it is. Is it a slope? Must be a slope, right? Yeah. Oh, it's an inverted slope. That's why I'm not seeing it. Okay, so it's an inverted 1x3. That's why I can't see it. So anyway, if you are into collecting older sets, or maybe a set that you wanted and it's now retired, you can try and find it used. You can try and source all the parts using the instructions and this program. Or if it's a set that you want to buy, that you already have a lot of Lego and you know you have a lot of the parts, you could also, using this program and the Bricklink website, figure out what parts you already have and then order the parts you don't have. And then that offsets the cost of it too. I think I mentioned that. That's what I did for our Lego height chart that I designed and built. I sourced all the parts I didn't have, because I went through and I found all the pieces in our collection that I had to use to build with it. And then went on Bricklink and ordered all the parts I didn't have. It still ended up costing a lot of money, but it would have been a lot more if I had to buy sets that had those particular parts in it, right? So, okay, so we need to have some slopes here and some tiles. I think we're building the bottom of the round Hobbit door, which always fascinated me when I saw this set, how they came up with the round door. And I think that's the part that this program doesn't have. So we're gonna have to figure out if we can build our own Hobbit door maybe, if we can't find it. This is a lot of scrolling today. Okay, 1x6. And then why don't we just grab the 1x4 and the 1x1 and the and the 1x3s. Okay. Inverted 1x3 here. 3, okay, so there's that piece there and there. I think I got everything. That was a lot of parts for one step. Let me just double check I've got everything. Oh, we're missing the smooth 1x4 tile there at the bottom of the door. Okay. So next step here, we've got a 2x6, a 2x2, and a 1x2 times 2. So why don't I do this? Grab all the parts. Well, I will just build it all at the same time. So I'll just do that. So where's this 2x2 go? It goes there, and then, oh, so we're building on this side anyway. So let's just stay over here. We've got some 2x2s that need to go here. So we got one. That doesn't seem right. 1x2, and then, oh yeah, okay, never mind. It does seem right. Okay, and then that 2x6 plate goes next, goes there. Okay, and then a 1x3 inverted slope. These must be for the ends of the building. Okay, there we go. All right, so we're building up the walls here. So we've got a bunch of wall pieces here. So let's go back up to the top here where those pieces are. So this is an 8, 1x8 goes on this side. Goes over top of that. And then a 1x6 goes beside, oh, did that work out right? That didn't work out right. See how it goes clear when you go like that? It means it's intersecting. So just make sure that you grab them and put them in the right spot. There's a 1x1, goes there, there. and that. I think eventually with this program, I will work myself up to building some of the larger sets, like the modular architect sets, the giant ones, like the movie theater and all those ones that connect together to make a streetscape. I'd love to try and build those on here without crashing my computer, because the larger the model is on these on this program, the harder the computer works. But yeah, that would be fun to build one of those giant, even something like that Taj Mahal set, or the Sydney Opera House on here. Wouldn't that be cool to see it built on here? Maybe someday. I did see that the new Harry Potter Diagon Alley set came out this past week. That set looks pretty fantastic too. That would be a fun batch of builds. Maybe do one of each of the buildings for each video, and then put them all together at the end. Wouldn't that be fun? Someday I will maybe attempt that. Might be kind of ambitious, maybe too ambitious to try it right now. But if you guys like these videos and you want to see a particular set being built, shoot me a message. I don't think the comments are enabled because it's kid-friendly content. But if you guys have a particular set you'd love to see, shoot me a message and I'll see about putting it on the program and we can build it together. Maybe it's a set you have at home that you want to build. We can totally try that and run through all the steps in building it together and all the problems maybe that there are, because sometimes sets don't go together as well as you think, and you run into issues. And especially with this software too, it really, if there is a difficult part to it, difficult build, it is a good way to troubleshoot and figure out how you would go about building it. Good example of that, actually. I was trying to build on here the NASA lunar lander, and I actually could not, for the life of me, get the legs of the lander to snap into place. They are built separately, and then they go in at an angle and then snap in using the tension of the pieces, and I could not get the program to do it. It would not do it. And for the life of me, I tried, and I just gave up on it, which was sad because I really wanted to build it. It was one of those sets that I wanted to get and see just how cool of a build it was, because it was supposed to be very accurate to the original craft. And I'm a huge NASA nerd, so I would have loved to have seen it built. Maybe I'll open it up again someday and see if I can figure out how to get it to work, because those legs are a real pain. But if anybody's tried it and they've gotten it to work, let me know. And let me know how you did it, because I couldn't figure out how to trick the program into letting me snap the legs together. They just wouldn't fit. And I'm sure if I really tore it apart and figured it out, I'm sure I'd be able to get it. But I was getting pretty frustrated at that point. So here's a good example. We're going to copy and paste this to bring it over here so I don't have to search for it. So I'm just going to hit my keyboard shortcut Control C and Control V. You can also use the clone tool, which is at the top there. The clone tool does the exact same thing. It basically just, you click on a brick and then it'll make a selection of that brick and make a copy of it, and then you can use it to build with. So if you're going to build a lot of them, like for instance, I wanted to build more of those orange bricks, it would just let me build and build and build and build and clone it and keep going, which is useful, especially if you're building a bunch of the same thing. Okay, so then I need some of those orange, transparent orange studs for the fireplace, it looks like. Maybe it's, I think it's is it the fireplace where he throws the ring into the fire and he sees the words on the ring? Wouldn't that be cool? I wonder if they give you the gold ring. No, because he doesn't find it in The Hobbit right now. This is when they're gathering all the dwarves together, so he doesn't find it here. But if this was the version of the house from the Lord of the Rings movies, then Frodo would already have the ring, and you could reenact the scene of Gandalf tossing the ring into the fire. Oh, we're gonna build this bookshelf here. So this is a good way to also copy and paste this. I'm just gonna hold down Control and select all three of those parts. And then we're just gonna copy and paste them again to make another shelf for the bookshelf. So just go copy, Control C, Control V to paste, and bring it up. So there we go, there's our second shelf. Okay, I think that's good. We're missing something. Oh, we got it, okay, yeah. I need to zoom out because you know what? I'm missing some of the detailing on the sides here. So, we gotta build the top of the fire and then I think it's called a hearth, right? When they have the little gate out front of it. Archway, there's the archway for that. So that makes that's a good little build for a minifig scale fireplace. That's a good one to remember. I've seen something similar to that in, you know what? They show that grate facing out, but I'm wondering, it almost looks better when it's facing that way. What do you think? If I build it that way, it kind of takes up a little bit more space. But if you build it the other way, it's sort of, we'll leave it like that, I guess. I think the Lego Advent Calendar, there was a build for a fireplace one year that was a really good build that I kept together to use in another build, and it ended up being one that we kept in a house for a long time, and it was from an Advent calendar. It was similar to that, but a little bit more detail. I think they used, instead of those orange studs, they used the actual pieces that looked like flame. So it was like a larger burning kind of fire. Okay, so we need to build the top of the fireplace with a tan 2x4 and then a brown 1x3 over here, like that. So let's find that tan 2x4, which I think it must be that one, yeah, the earth color. Okay, so, and then the next thing, looks like we're building another bookcase over here maybe. So we need that, so we need 2 round cylinders, which, did I go buy them already? Let's see. Must be around here somewhere. Look at all the food. That's pretty cool. We're going to be able to, I think we build the scene where they're sitting around the table maybe with all the plates and stuff. Okay, and this one goes this way, like that. Okay. And we're building the rest of the bookshelf. So this one here is 1x6 and a 1x3. Looks like, oh, maybe a 1x4, yeah. 1x4 to 1x6, that makes sense. And it's like a corner bookshelf. And I imagine we're gonna be building another layer to that, right? Yeah, it looks like we are. So a good thing to copy and paste then. So instead of looking for the pieces again, let's try and hold down Control and select the 5 parts that make up that bookshelf layer. We'll copy paste and put it in there like that. There we go. So there's our 2 bookshelves that are probably going to be full of things. Oh, and yeah, so then we just basically did steps 33 and 34 by just copy and pasting. See, that it does save us a lot of time doing it that way. Okay, it looks like we're going back outside out front to add some more greenery, some more hills to the Underhill Hobbit house. Because of course he calls himself Mr. Underhill in, what is it, the first book of Lord of the Rings. He goes to the Prancing Pony and uses the name Underhill, right? For all of you Lord of the Rings nerds. Okay, this one. And then that one. That's looking really cool. I like when they use different slope pieces to make landscaping. It really does give it a brick look, but still makes it seem like it's actually got some shape to it. Okay, so we got some hard things to see here. To figure out exactly what's going on here. I think those are, wow, my eyes are really bad right now. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Let's zoom in a little bit. So we've got slopes there. We've got a stud and a smooth tile piece there. So let's get these slope ones. Oh, are there two different colors? Have we been doing this wrong? Are there two different brown colors? I didn't even realize that. So I assume the brown we want is the one that matches this one. That would make the most sense, right? So it'd be that one and that one. And then we need some plates here. So we got the 1x4 goes out front, and then we need a tile piece for that one. But let's grab the 1x6 that makes up the windowsill here. Let's just double check. So we got, yeah, the smooth one. Yeah, so we just need that smooth tile piece, which I think is down here. Yeah, there it is. 1x4 goes here, like a little ledge or something. Okay, I'm going to zoom back out of my instructions here. And some of those pieces are very hard to see what's going on. Okay, and then we go back into our front door here. Did I grab? I didn't grab something. Okay. And we do green slopes and then a 1x1 on either side. And then we go up to 1x1s here and here. There. Okay. And there we go. So more slope stuff, lots of slopes. There we go. Okay, so let's grab on this side. We're gonna do this one here and this one here with, rotate that into place. Is that supposed to be a different color? Looks like it must be different color. Weird, or is that, yeah, it's the only color they have. Huh, well, that's cool. And I bet you we have to do the next side, on the other side, right? Oh, they want to build the rest of the opening for the hobbit hole like that. Oops, too fast. Let's build that there and then go back and fix that piece. That's weird that that's a different green color. I wonder, is it because it doesn't come in a different green or if it's intentional? Because all these greens look exactly the same, but that one's clearly different. So what's this green? That one's just a green and this one's a bright green. So we can change that just for the sake of the build to a regular green. And we can change it back to if it's meant to be like that, but I don't think it is. I think that might be a mistake. If you guys notice that, let me know. I think it might be a mistake, but it could also be a design choice too. They could have also just changed it up for the greens to give a little bit more coloring. It could be the case. And though we missed the 2x6 there, didn't we? Some 2x6 plates for that ledge there. Okay. All right. So now we're on to, looks like bag 2 of the build, where we're going to build the upper half of the hobbit hole. So let's just carry on here with, looks like we got some green bricks we need to build too, which we might have missed. Nope, they're in this build. Yeah. Okay. So that one there, that one there. And then we need to find the 90-degree bricks here. And they get rotated into place. That and that. Cool. Okay. And then this one looks like a little mini build here that we could do. Not going to worry about a submodel though. I'm just going to grab these two pieces here while we're here, so I don't have to scroll back up and grab them. And then we need a 1x2 here. Like that. And here, and flip it around like that. There and there like that. Okay, so that's that must be maybe like a holder for a door light or maybe a doorbell. I don't remember if he had a doorbell. I don't think he did. So we do the same thing on the other side, but with different bricks. So we need another one of those side jumper pieces, but then we need one with a hook on it, looks like, or a handle piece, yeah. And that one goes like that on that side. And then we just need to copy the 1x2, put it on top like that. It's a little hard to see because it's the same color as the floor. There we go. Okay, and then moving right along here, we've got some more slope pieces that we can copy and paste up to make up that curve, that cool slope that's happening. And paste another one in and put that on that side. And then we need a 1x1 and a 2x2. So 1x1 goes here, and then the 2x2 goes on the end. Oh, and another big slope that we must have missed. So I'm just gonna go over here and copy and paste that to here because we missed that one. And like that, isn't it? It's so much easier than actually building with real Lego, just to copy and paste it instead of having to go and search for it in your pile of bricks, right? So much easier, so much more organized. Okay, and that one goes there, and then a 1x2 goes there. Okay, oh, and then they do the same thing on their side. So they're doing a lot of similar building on each side here. So we're just gonna grab that and put it into place, because this house is sort of symmetrical, but sort of not. Like the ends look like they're built very similarly. Yeah, it looks, except these look like they're flipped. So it gives a little bit of randomness to it. Okay, and we're building up to the sides. So I'm just gonna copy and paste that big piece because that's just the same piece as it was on the other side. And same with this one, copy and paste this one up and put that there. And then there's a 1x1, which I can copy and bring over to there. So I just copy and pasted that one to here, copying this one up to there, and then this side piece over there, copied it up. That's basically all they're asking you to do. And again, when you do that, it does take away the quantity on the side here, so you're still left with the right number of bricks in the end. Those quantities are based on what's in the scene. So it keeps track of everything. Oh, we got to add some windows. So this could be a good submodeling build because those windows will come separated. Yeah, there they are. So there's one, and then the window screen like that. So then I'll submodel that window together, and then we'll copy and paste it and put it in. So I'm just going to submodel it. I'm going to right click, create submodel, or down to here to create submodel. Here I'm just going to call this window. Okay, and then I'm going to clone it. So I'm going to put it into place where I want the first one to go, which looks like it's going to go. Oh, this could also be a really good example too of grabbing it from where it's going to connect. So at the base there, it's going to connect, and then put it in place. And then I'm going to hit the clone key, and it's going to clone that and put it over here. And remember, oh, we missed a 1x1 there. That's okay. I'll remember that to go back to it, and put this one in here like that, and put this one in this way. Now rotate this one around so that the screen for the window is on the outside. You could do it either way. I think, if I remember correctly, it does show the screen on the outside, but I kind of like the look of these windows with the screen sort of inset a bit. It gives a little bit more depth. It could just be me, but it gives a little bit more depth to it. It makes it seem like there's actually like wall is a little bit larger than what it seems. I kind of like it like that, but that's just me. I'm just going to rearrange my windows so they kind of look like they're, yeah, that looks kind of cool, right? Gives a little bit more character to it. Okay, and I said we were missing a 1x1 on that side there. So I'm just going to grab that, copy paste. Okay, like that. Looks good. Oh, and then we're going to be adding in a bunch of arches, which also look like we could copy and paste them. So let's do that. We'll make a submodel of the window arch. We could have just built this all together and cloned it all. I should have looked ahead and had a look at what we were going to be building next. So that just goes 2 apart, and then that goes together like that. And then I'm just going to select them, submodel, window, and call it window arch. And then I'm going to put the first one in and then use the clone tool to clone it to make copies, right? So that one goes there. And then I'm just going to hit the clone tool, which is C on the keyboard. I'm going to clone that, click on the thing I want to clone, which is the submodel. And then it's just going to let me build parts here, there, like that and that. Okay, cool. That works. Okay. Moving right along. So now we got to do some inverted slopes and a 1x1. So it needs a 1x1 on that side. So I'm just going to copy and paste it, put it over there, and then find the inverted slope, which are down here. Grab those 2. It looks like there's only 2 of them left in the box. So that must go there. There's not enough space on the other side for that, so that's probably what's happening. And then we need a 1x6 to go on top of it. 1x6, the last one in the box for that. We're getting down on our pieces here. And a 1x2x3 slope. So a taller slope. And that's going to go up top like that. Okay. I think it might be a different color for a reason. I think so, just to give, because grass isn't all the exact same color, right? I think that's probably what it is. And it gives it a little bit more, I guess, detail in the landscaping part of it. Okay, and then another, it could also just be a mistake that the program doesn't have that green color for that slope, but I don't know. It could be a bunch of things. Okay, and then this one over here, we're going to build some small plates. So it looks like a brown, and then light tan color there. That's going to be for that one window. It's nice that each window is slightly different. They've each got their own sort of character to them. Okay, and then we need another one of these, which I'm just going to copy and paste over. And then I'm going to grab the light tan 1x4s to go on top. That, and another slope piece looks like, another 1x2 slope. So I'm just going to find one that's already there, copy and paste it, bring it over. Now that one looks like it sits just there. Perfect. I like it. Very cool. It's getting there. Okay, some more taller slope pieces are going in. Oh, and we got a little tiny piece there too, a little tiny slope. So let's see if we can find that. Oh, they come in different colors. So question is it a light green or a dark green? I guess we'll find out when we start to get down to the last bits here. I'd imagine the light green and dark green is intentional. It seems like it is. Yeah, that's looking really cool. Okay, and then I think that's it for, oh, there's 2. Where's the other one? Oh, down the bottom. No, yeah, down the bottom. So maybe what I'll do is I'll switch up. They show them being the same color. So let me just use the light greens then as the color they're showing. We can always swap them out later on if we're finding that they're wrong. Oh, and there's another one over here that we missed. Interesting. Okay, so that one, like that. Cool. Okay. Yeah, that's looking really neat. Okay, so we got 6 of those round cylinder pieces to make up window pieces. Where are those cylinder pieces? They are, let's see, right there. Okay, so we need 6 of them total, 3 on each side, and they're going to go on top of the slope here. So 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3 on the top. And remember, when you're done using a piece and it's still as your selection, you just right click and it deselects it, and then you can go on to get your next piece. Okay, then we got to do, looks like the window arch, which I saw is at the bottom here, this thing here. It's actually wheel well for a car, but they use it a lot for larger windows. This is done in another set I have. I think it's one of the girls' sets, my daughter's sets. One of the princess, Rapunzel's Tower maybe has that piece over the window. I can't remember, but I have used it before for a window. It's really, really useful actually, because it gives you not a big slope, but a big enough slope that gives a little bit of shape to it. Find those. There they are. One there, and that one there. Okay. That goes like that. Cool. All right, and we're building little mini builds for above the door arches to give you sort of that round shape, but it's actually more like an octagon. That's kind of cool. Okay, so inverted slope. Let's try and build these, and then build this one like this, and build them together, but not together. Okay, so then they need, it looks like a one-sided modified brick, yeah, like that. So they each go on each side like that, and then we need the brown wedge slopes, these ones here. We flip it like that and have it go there and there. Now these are gonna be, they could be submodels. I'm just gonna carefully select them with all the parts and put them into place. Carefully select, grab it, put it into place. You could build it in place too. I could have done that. That would have probably been just as easy. Okay, and then we go inside. We flip this around. We're going in this way, 2x6. 2x6, 2x6. Did I go past that already? Yeah, I did. Okay. I'll get used to where all these pieces sit in the palette eventually. I'm getting better at it though. Okay, so 1x4 and a. Now I carefully did that because that goes underneath of it. You could do that beforehand. The nice thing about the program is you can just sort of tilt the camera and have it go right in to where you need it to go, like that. Oh, and we get to build a fireplace. That's cool. So we actually have all the pieces we need to build this right here. We can just do a quick clone and copy and paste. So clone tool, 1, 2, and then hit the clone tool, or deselect that, hit the clone tool again, grab these two, 1 and then 2, and then grab the clone tool again and copy and paste that without having to go into the palette. That was pretty cool little build. That's a neat fireplace. I like that. And then of course you can attach a pan to it. I usually leave all the accessories to the very end, but in this case, let's do it. Let's find the fry pan. And this is a good example of how these things work. So you can actually just hold up to a clip and it clips it right into this, in the spot it needs to go. And the bottle and the letter go over on this side if you want to position those things as well. So that bottle looks like it goes there. And the letter was at the very bottom, I thought I saw. Yeah, there it is. We have a few of these too in our collection. We get them every now and again with the Disney stuff, all the Disney princess stuff. A lot of them have notes, invitations to parties and such. Okay, oh, a broom. I don't think I have a broom yet. That's really cool. And then 2 posts. So keep your eye out for the broom. I haven't seen that. It must be up in the accessories here. Oh, there it is. That's really cool. Yeah, I don't have any sets with brooms. I imagine the Harry Potter sets all come with brooms, right? That's really cool. So there's a broom. And then a little pot that goes on the hearth of the mantle of the fireplace there. And you can position that with the rotate tool and just sort of give a little bit of angle to it to show it like it does in the picture there. And then let's go back up here, find those 2 pillars there, and oops, come up there like that. It's an interesting way to build. I guess that window must be really big. Wow, and we're building it right now, so look at that. Okay, so this looks like it's going to be the window that fits into here. I was wondering how they're going to build this. Oh, that is a clever way to build a round window. I will never, ever, always be amazed at how they come up with different ways to build things. And this is a good example of doing a fancy window with pieces that have existed in Lego forever. This piece here is part of the turntables, the spinning things. And they're going to use this to make, oh, that's so cool, to make a clever sort of stained glass look. Like that. And then you put another one on top of it. Or no, is that right? You flip it around. Oh, and then you put the domed part on the inside. Oh, that's so clever. What a cool idea for a window. And then that slides into the, what? You can actually slide it into the archway. I might have to figure this out because I don't know if that will work in the program, but that is really cool. So you take this arch and it's saying if you lay it down flat, it'll fit. It might not fit with the program. This is a cool little trick. Maybe we can get this to work. It's showing if you slide it in. Huh, how are we going to do this? It is the right width, you can see. It is the right width. It's probably just not used to being put in that kind of position. So we might have to do something where we turn the collision off and turn the snapping off. Oh, come on, turn it off. And see if we can get it to sit. Huh, this might be a bit of a trick. So let's try and figure out where this goes. Now. Oh, it goes bottom and front, bottom. Huh. So if we, okay, let's try and build this frame first and see if I can fit the window inside of it. This might be interesting. This might be where we have to come up with something other than this window, because it's a cool looking window. I want to use it. But if we can't get it to work right, this is an interesting way to build with Lego. Is that a collide? Oh, is that sitting right? And then that goes in like that. Huh. And then there's a light that goes in there, it looks like. What is that? Must be a tile. Must be a tile because I don't have any more of those 1x2 pieces. Yeah, it must be a tile. Okay. So that goes like that, and that goes, let's turn the collision back on and the snapping back on. Come on. That. Okay. That goes there, and that one goes here. Is that? Oh, something's not right there. Why is that not fitting? Huh. Fascinating. We might have run into a problem. It does not like how we've built this. Let's see here. I thought that looked kind of strange. There we go. There's more space there now. Yeah, I had the collision turned off and it was causing a problem. Then it goes like that. There we go. That's better. Fits better. Okay. And then the round studs for the lights can go here and there. This might be tricky to get the window in though. Let's see here. And then a smooth piece on top and bottom, smooth tile piece. 1x6 there, and 1x6 here. Okay, so this, I'm gonna make a submodel just to try and get this to work. Okay, so if we did that like that, if I place it, oh, does it work? Let's see. It doesn't like it, but it might work. Yeah, it doesn't quite like this, the fact that it's inside there, but I think it might work. Am I doing this right? This is tricky. I wonder if there's a way for me to use arrow keys to kind of bump it. Oh, you know what? It has to go in the middle like that. There we go. So that doesn't like the fact that it's, if I can somehow, I might just have to leave it like that. And what's the problem with it here? It looks like it's not. Yeah, it doesn't like this build. That's too bad, but try and get it to work. Let's try and turn the snapping off and collision off and see if we can get it to sit just inside of it. That. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll leave it for now, and then we'll put that in as a submodel called big window. Unfortunately, the program does have its limitations, and this is a very peculiar. Oh, you only put the light on one side. Interesting. I'll delete that then. It does have its limitations on what it can do, sadly, but I have to figure this out. Wish there was a way that you could. You can't really bump it down. Don't think. Oh, you can bump it down. Oh, this might be how we solve this problem. Okay, so if I can select and manually bump it down, so I'll show you guys how to do that. I might just actually rebuild this all again and manually build it. Okay, so we got the window frame. What I'm going to do is I'm going to build that window step again just to get it, see if we can get it to work. Because I think if I was to manually bump it into place, I think it'll work to a point where it doesn't intersect anything. That's the trick. Because the snapping feature in this program doesn't alike when there's no studs to attach to. So I'm going to turn all of that back on because we need that snapping. And then this is going to snap into place like that, there and there like that. And then we're going to flip it back around and put that domed round piece in. How can I tell which one is that? Okay. All right, then I'm going to take this and I'm going to submodel it, right? Create submodel, call it round window. Now, I think if this is correct, the glass part has to go on the inside, right? So if that's the case, I'm going to use my my keys here. See how I can move my keys like this and this? I wonder, how do you move it down? That's the question. Oh, it's rotating. So it's only letting me move that way and that way. Oh, is that letting me move it down? No, it's moving that way. How does it? No, that's weird. Okay, I'm gonna try and move it into position here. Get it into the right spot at least, trying. There must be a way to move it up and down. I'll have to look that up and see. So I can move it side to side and get that part going. So I can move it in. So this, I'm pressing the ASW keys to move it sort of into the right spot, kind of. And then I need to figure out how to go up and down with it. So let me just see here. There should be a key that allows you to go up and down. Nope, that's just different angles. Up now I've. Huh. How can I get it to go? That's annoying. I'm so close to getting it to work. Okay, I wonder then if I just need to rotate the thing and try and move it myself, maybe into position. So the glass has to go on the inside, frame goes on the outside. Oh, this is tricky. Okay, I might just have to forget this and figure it out later. I'm just going to leave this to the side for now. I'm going to put the window into position. And then, yeah, that's too bad. And hopefully this will fit into place. This is a tricky build today. I should have looked more into this when I was building it, figuring out if I could do it or not. Okay, come on, get in there. Now you're not cooperating. Okay, so I'm going to put you right about there. Okay, and then use my arrow, my keys here. It doesn't like this build either. It's super annoying. It's too bad. Needs to go up a bit. That's probably. Oh, windows. Some of the odd shaped windows and odd builds definitely are tricky to build. I need to figure out though how I can raise it up. There must be a way to do it. Let me pause this for a second and I'll get back to you guys. Okay, everybody. So what I decided to do is I am going to sort of rework how this window gets put into place. I'm just going to have to think about this on the fly, but what I'm going to do is the window won't slide into here. Like in the real world, sure, no problem. But the issue is it doesn't like going where there's no studs to attach it to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build the window sort of in place and kind of get it. We might have to search for another piece because I think there are inverted pieces that give us that round shape, but getting the window to work the way that they want us to is super tricky. So yeah, it's disappointing. But I think what I'm going to be able to do is I'm going to build the window the way that they show it. So, and I'm going to do it where it's inverted like this. Yeah, how did we? So they did it like that piece there, and they did like that. Okay. Might have to take those out and this out and find that piece that they use to connect them together. Like it's a really clever way they've done this, but the program does not like it. It does not like what they've done. So I'm going to try my best to come up with a solution to this. I had to do this one other time with another build, like a pirate ship or something I was working on, and it didn't like it either. Now, I think the key is how this is put together this way and like that. So if we did it like that and then suspended it maybe from the top there over it, putting this in there, it should work because there's enough room for it. It's annoying when you know that it should work. I wonder if I could sort of put it in place maybe in here. I want to be able to, oh, maybe I can do it. I think I may have a solution here for all this craziness. Okay, so if I put it at the right height that it's supposed to be at, I'm determined to get this to work, guys. I'm sorry if it's taking too long. You're screaming at me to move on, but I think I'll be able to figure this out. That window just fits like that. If I do that and then rotate the entire thing flat, and if I take this and I bring it up this way, so I can't go up and down, but what I thought I could do was rotate it flat and then move it side to side into place. And I think it worked. I am a genius. Look at that. Boom. Oh, I'm so happy when things like that work out. That's amazing. So to reiterate, what I did was I kind of cheated. I placed the window as best I could with the clear part being flush to this, and then I rotated the entire thing and I moved it into position using the WASD keys to get it to fit exactly right. Now the next trick is to get it to slide into place. So this also might be a bit of a trick to figure it out. So first of all, let's get those two pieces. One has a light, one doesn't have a light. So let's figure that out. And then it slides into place with the light being on top. So my thought is, if I can get the, if I can get it at the right height, I can nudge it into place using the keys. So if I create this and I go big round window, okay, and I rotate it into the right orientation. Might take a second to get it. Here we go. Okay, and we want to put it facing this way. We want to put it up on top of here, but we want to try and get it so that I can nudge it into place. Yeah, see, it wants to sit up, but I don't want it to necessarily sit up. I want it to sit right, come on. I want it to sit right here. This is probably the hardest thing I've had to design in this program, and it's probably a big, big mistake to try and do this, but let's see here. Come on. Oh, almost got it. Okay, so that's close. What I'm going to do, I'm going to try and nudge it over a bit. That, bring it this way a bit, bring it through the wall like that, so that it's clear. Clear that way. And just a little bit more. Okay, so it's clear that way. And it should go down a little bit, but I can't, unless I move the entire thing, which, let's do it. This is gonna be super annoying. Like that. So I had to flip the entire model to get this to work, but I think this is our solution. So if I bring it over like that, and then I can bring it, this is how I solved how to build it, how to build the window in. I had to flip everything. And then that goes down until it doesn't, until it's there. So that sits down like that until it starts to intersect. And there we have it. I think that's done it. Yeah. Oh man. Okay. So then I zoom out and I grab all of that again and I flip it so that it's facing upright. And there we have it, our frustratingly painful window is now a work of art. Look at that. And from the outside, it looks fantastic. So that was a big challenge, and I don't expect you guys to understand that. But basically what I did was I had to trick the program because I can only nudge bricks into place left and right and side to side. I can't, for the life of me, figure out how to go up and down. So I had to trick the program into thinking that it was going side to side with the whole model being shifted 90 degrees. And then you're able to put things in weird places. So that is really cool. The stability checker will not like that. If you go to connectivity, yeah, see that window is a big mess, but it looks cool. I love that whole stained glass look. That's a great idea for a window build. And in reality, like in the real world, that would totally work. I mean, I can definitely see where they're putting bricks into places they're not supposed to go, but it works. It's really cool. So that is awesome. It looks great. It might be a little too low, but I think that works. That works really well. Is there a piece? Did we miss a piece? No, we didn't miss anything, right? Oh, you know what? We did miss a piece. There's supposed to be a smooth piece down there. So what we'll do, there's supposed to be a tile that sits between the window. And so I'm going to have to fix that because it's going to bug me. So I'm just going to have to take this window out a bit, bring it up, and then I'm going to have to get a tile, a 1x6 tile. I'm going to have to put it in between. Oh, this is going to be fun. Between here. Okay, I'm going to have to try this. I'm going to put that there for now. I'm going to nudge that window out. Oop, nudge the window out a bit more than what it is. Enough to get this piece in. And that's going to fit in there like that. Hopefully, come on. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Whew. And then put this back into place. So it sits tight like that. There we go. Now it's right. And then we turn this all the way around again, back to where it was. And there we go. So that is a crazy amount of customization, but it looks fantastic. That's really cool. Okay, whew, that was a lot of work. Now we secure it in place by using, oh no, don't go away. There we go. We secured in place by using some pieces there, which we might have to still nudge this window down to make it work, or it might work itself. So this is how it's going to stay in place, is you use these L-shaped plates to put them in place. And actually that works perfectly. So it can be done. It can be done. I had my doubts, but that looks great. And then we add some cool little inverted slope pieces, which I haven't seen those yet. Maybe those are ones that I can't find. Oh, no, there they are. There we go. Okay. Sort of a burnt orange color, kind of cool. And that's going to be that part. And some 1x3s. Okay, very cool. All righty. And a 2x4. There. And some tile pieces. Some big tile pieces, it looks like. Okay, so that goes this way. And very cool. I'm so happy that worked out. That is amazing. And that window is never moving now. It is staying in place with all of these parts we're adding. This almost makes me want to get this set now, like in real life, and try and build that part, because that was, why is this not letting me do? I'm grabbing the wrong one, that's why. And build this in real life, because that was really impressive how that worked out the way it did. Very cool. Yeah, that is, I don't have the words for that. That's pretty cool. The challenges of 3D design is you have to troubleshoot and figure out how to get things to work the way they do. And what's going on here? Oh, they go on top of the bookshelf. Okay, they're part of the bookshelf. Very nice. Very nice. Same on this side, 1, 2, 3. And then you use the Cool piece there. I'm just going to copy it, paste it. And that's going to go this way. And whoops, paste it again, paste another one in, and bring that one up. I only needed 2 of them. I put it too high. Okay, so I need to delete one of them. They only need to be, well, actually, no, one needs to go on top. Yeah, like that. And then it goes on like that. There we go. So that was the problem. Now it fits right. So yeah, we just have to rearrange this. That goes there. And then we select that one and that one, bring it down like that. There we go. Okay, whew. That was a lot of work. Okay, let's finish this up here. Are we missing? Something's not fitting right. What's happening here? Something's not right. Am I missing something? Hang on. That should be the right height. Why is that not the right height? Oh, are we missing no, we got all the layers of the bookshelf, right? 1, 2, 3. Let's zoom in here. I think I'm missing something. 1, 2. Yeah, that should be the right height. Something is amiss. Did we? Oh, we missed a little stud. That's what's wrong. Okay. Well, that's annoying because we got to find a brown little stud to go in there to give it that extra height. That is the problem. So let's just dismantle this. Put the little stud in between. That's why, oh, no. Undo, there we go. The undo key, in case you guys don't know, is one of the most important keys in computers. It is Control-Z. It'll save your life for all the mistakes you will make. I use it probably the most key used every day because I'm constantly having to undo things. And that is Control-Z or Z if you live in America. Control-Z though, definitely the most important key you could find or key you could use. Super important. Okay, so looks like, oh, what is it? What's going on here? Get out of there. I don't want you. There we go. Okay. All right. That works better now. Okay. So then we grab a bunch of tiles. We're just tiling the top of it because I assume this will mean that we're going to be putting on a roof. Like that there. And you know what? I might call it a day before we go on to the next booklet because there's 2 books. And I think what I was going to do is just do the 1 book today and come back and do the 2nd book another day because this is taking quite a bit of time to figure that window out, but I'm glad we did because then we can really make this model look awesome. And I think this will be a good model to show you guys how to render as well. I can show you guys how to set up a really cool render animation or just a still image of it. This would be a neat one to show because it does look like it does in the movie. It's a very cool little shot here. Okay, so we need some tan pieces, some green pieces here, green tile, and a 1x1 tile there. And we go for a 1x6 tan piece above the door, and then another 1 and a 2, and then a 2x2 square. Oh, there we go. Is that right? No, something's wrong. There we go. And a 2x2. Okay. All right, looks pretty good. All right, so this is the door that I think we can't find, but I have seen round pieces like that I think we can substitute in the door for us. So it won't have the pattern on it because that's the pattern that it said it couldn't find. And this is probably a specific piece for this set. So that we can work with though. I do believe we can set up something that will be a good substitute for it. Let's see here. So we just need the parts for this. A little piece there for that, for the door hinge. That's not the door, that's the actual doorknob. That's a cool way to do the doorknob. Okay, and then we build up these sides here, attach it all together, big sturdy door. Keep all those dwarves out for his unexpected party that he doesn't want the dwarves to be there for. Okay, and then this one goes that. And then a brown plate. Brown 2x4 plate, that, right? Oh, no, it goes the other way. So this goes out more. And this goes over top of it like that. Okay, and then, so then we got to find, so this is where I'm going to go into the master catalog, master palette, and I'm going to search for round plates and see what comes up. Let's see what comes up here. Because I know that round plate exists. It's just a matter, there's one with studs on it. That could be a good option. That's almost the same set, actually smaller, isn't it? And there's this one that's bigger. So we could do two. It would have studs on it though. Let's see, look at round tile maybe. Maybe it's part of the tile collection. Let's see. A lot of tiles. Okay, so I'm just gonna look up round and see what we have here, because it might be in a category that I didn't think of. So there's quarter rounds, there's R2-D2 bodies, window grates. Yeah, I don't know what that part's called. I know I've seen it. We have a Lego Friends hotel, and it has a circular door, like one of those spinning doors. It has two gold ones that are like this, that are just gold. And so they must be common enough to have parts from, but I'm not seeing it. Oh, that's a shame. So we're gonna have to figure out maybe building it with the studs and the quarter round. That's really sad. Well, hang on a second. Let's just see here. If I can get the number of it. There should be a number booklet at the end of this, right? That's probably on book 2. Let me just see here if I can find the number. Because usually the parts, yeah, they have numbers for them. So this is number 6023950. So 6023950. Yeah, it doesn't come with anything. Huh. Plate. What about turntable? Would it be considered a turntable? I never thought of that. Maybe it is considered a turntable. There's all of those ones. Yeah, this is the downside to this program, is if it's one important piece, you have to figure out how to, what the best alternative would be, right? So I got a bunch of shields. Where did I find that one last time? It was like a plate, wasn't it? I think I typed in like round plate. Something. Let's see. It was like a half round. Yeah, here we go. So it was a half round that size. Yeah, that would be the size we need. So basically we're just gonna have to go like this and this, and then I wonder if there is a wood printed piece, or there's just stickers maybe. Wood. Yeah, like we could come up with something cool like that where it shows like wood planking. The door though can't be very thick or it's not going to close. That's the problem. That's why it's smooth all the way around. Might be one of those things where the door won't be able to close. So we make this green, make it the same green as the rest of it, like that. And then just sort of, unfortunately, well, we could put some wood. Those are all 1 by, oh, there's some 1 by 6s. Like we could put some wood here and here to give it a little bit of character, maybe like that. So I can't remember, it must have something in the middle that makes it, they make this brown. Yeah, like that and that. Or green, actually. It's supposed to be green, right? Yeah, so let's just make it green. We'll just pretend that it can come in green because it probably can't. And so this is a good example of trying to make up something that'll work with that piece. So let's go back to the instructions on book 1. Yeah, because it probably won't fit very well closed. Like we definitely won't be able to get it closed because of the studs. It's too bad because I know that piece exists other places. I'll see if I can source it for the next video. That's what I'll do. Or I'll make, there is a parts designer too that allows you to design parts, so I might be able to come up with it. And then I'll see about that. So this is like a gold piece in the middle. It's not gonna wanna go in the middle. It's not gonna wanna sit in the middle. It should though. Oh well. We'll might have to do a jumper plate. We'll just take a jumper plate, plate modified, change its color to be green. And then, or we're gonna have to, because that plate needs to be there for the next build, I think. Did it go back? Oh no, I think we messed this up. Yeah, let me just find modified plates. Modified plates. Where are you? There you are. Put that right in the middle. Change its color to green, so it's all green. Green door. Okay, that'll be the door. We'll just say that's the door. And we'll, I'll come up with something better for next time around. So we'll say door, because the door is really important for this build. That's a super important piece. Yeah, and it's not gonna want to snap on there very well because of its shape. So we're gonna have to go like this maybe. And oops, snap it on that way. And then see how far it closes. It might close, it might not close all the way. Rotate, oops. Yeah, like it'll close to there. I mean, for pictures, it's not so bad. It works, it's a round door. We'll leave that for now until I can find the part that actually goes there. I'm sure it exists though. There must be a way to get it to work. Okay, so, and then we just build a couple of little things, sting, a sword, stuff like that, and some bottles. Okay, so that just looks like some bottles of orange juice or something. Who knows? Oh, we missed a support piece in there. We missed this piece here. Gotta copy this. There's one that goes in the corner. Totally missed it. There, like that, yeah. Okay. And so there's that, and then Sting has its own thing. I don't think, did they give you? Yeah, I guess they do give you Sting. Okay, so we'll put that on a mantle piece with a clip. Where's our little modified clips here? There it is. It goes on the mantle, which is interesting because pretty sure he doesn't get sting right away. Yeah, so what's that doing there? For later, I guess, when he comes back from his journey. Okay, and then the round pieces we need to build the hole are, where are they? There they are. So round brick pieces, build it separately together, like that, and like that. Okay, so we'll do that. There and there and there and there. And then that all gets attached to the studs that are around that thing there. Actually, it's pretty cool. It just sits right on there like that. Yeah, that. There's our round hobbit door that's slightly open because we can't get it to close all the way. And then we just do 3 of these to go on all the other windows. So let me just make a copy of that. Get some tile pieces in here. Got there. And these are a cool way to make a round window too. I really like how they do this as well. Copy and paste. This is a pretty common way to do a round window. They do this in the beach house video that I did. Is that gonna fit there? Must go down. That goes down like that. There we go. That's cool. So there's the bottom half of the house. We do a little bit of an arch over the window, it looks like. Another one of those wheel well pieces. It goes over the door. That's cool. Did it go over the door? It must sit over the door, right? Like that. And then a smaller, this piece over here goes on this side. And probably on that side too. Oh, that doesn't fit over there. It must be a different window. So we do the same thing. So let me just grab that, copy and paste it. This one goes on this window over here. Like that there. And then there's another window. So this piece, the wheel well, copy and paste that again. And it'll sit on that little ledge there. And that'll be it for today. We'll pick up next time with building the second booklet. So the second booklet will be basically the top and the inside of the Hobbit hole. But that's it for today, guys. Check back next week and we'll finish the build of our awesome Hobbit house. All right, so have a great day. I'm glad we got that window figured out. That was gonna be a real pain, but I'll try and figure out a better way for that door so that we can actually follow that piece. It should be possible. I just have to source out what piece that would be to figure out if they actually have it. They must have it though. I mean, it's been used in a lot of other parts. Anyway, have a great day. Check back next week. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you get updates on when I upload new videos. And I'll see you again soon. Thanks, bye.